Hello friends, this is Lady Lioness. Today is February, oh, I had it just a minute. Today is February 5th, and it's been about a month since I've given an update. Nothing too exciting been going on. I've just really been resting and sleeping a lot. As I mentioned in my last post, I had been dealing with a lot of pain, and we were also we meaning me and my doctors were doing some tests, to make sure everything was okay, and we had some concerns. There were some concerning areas, but the good news is after further testing and checking things out, everything's okay at the moment. So that was a little bit of a scare, and I was dealing with that, but everything's fine. Some of the tests came back with abnormal numbers because of medications I was taking, so my doctor took me off those medications, and the tests returned back to normal, so they were just false readings due to some medications. So one of my doctors put me on a different pain medication, which is great because before, when I talked to you last, I wasn't on any pain medication, and it was really hard to deal with being in pain all the time. So the pain, we've kind of got back under control, which is great. But, there isn't a whole lot I can do about fatigue when it happens. The last couple of days I had been a little more active than usual, and my mitochondrial myopathy acted up, and today I have had very little energy. So I got up and made myself breakfast this morning, and I went back to bed, and I just woke up about half an hour ago. I woke up at 3:30 p.m. and made myself a very late lunch, because I had missed lunch because I slept through it. And so I just finished eating, and now I'm just relaxing again, just getting up and making lunch wore me out again. So I'm dealing with a lot of fatigue today, but thankfully I'm not having to deal with a lot of pain. So I'm really grateful to my doctors for working with me and trying to find me some pain medication that won't harm my body further. It's very important to me to try to be as healthy as possible. I've gotten back on my diet, which is basically a Mediterranean diet, and it's something I try to stick with. It's hard though, because there are some things that I really love to eat that I have to cut out of my diet. Although good news, this was good news. So I've been trying to avoid pizza, and I've been around friends the last few weeks that kept mentioning pizza and, having pizza, and I was like, oh, I can't have pizza. And I was at one big gathering of friends where I couldn't eat the pizza, and I had to have a salad, and I was trying to be really good because even though it, for a lot of people on a diet that they put themselves on, they decide they can have cheat days and stuff, but I don't want to risk extra damage to my internal organs, which could cause me to need to have a transplant of those organs. I just don't want to I just don't want to do that. I don't want to risk that. So it's been hard because, eating some of your favorite foods, especially when you don't feel good, is helpful emotionally, but not very helpful on a physical level. So I've had to be smart about what I'm eating. Good news is a lot of stuff in the Mediterranean diet I really like. I love hummus. I love, I can eat potatoes, eggs, I love those sort of things. So anyway, but going back to the pizza, my friend and I decided to look up to see if there was a way we could make pizza that would fit in my diet, and we were pleasantly surprised to find that it could. So instead of having regular dough, I would have to have a whole wheat crust on a pizza, and then then just to be careful to only put things on the pizza that are within the Mediterranean diet. So like of course tomato sauce and that sort of thing is within a Mediterranean diet, so the sauce is fine. Mozzarella cheese is fine. And I put some garlic chicken on, and I I ordered from Flying Pie Pizza, and they had all those things. They had the whole wheat crust. I had them put garlic chicken on, and it was amazing. It tasted good. And here was the cool thing is, like, after I eat pizza, I don't know if everybody else or anybody else experiences this when they eat pizza. I find it feel crappy after I eat regular pizza. I just feel like a little bloated, and I don't know, the grease kind of makes me feel a little run down and blah. The cool thing was, after I ate the pizza with the whole wheat crust and the garlic chicken on it, I was, of course, satisfied, and it tasted great. It didn't taste a whole lot different from a regular pizza, and I didn't feel all that yucky. I didn't feel yucky after eating it. It was great. I'm like, okay, I think I've figured out what I can do to eat pizza. I just have to make sure I go to pizza places or make my own pizza, that can use a whole wheat crust and, that sort of thing. So it was great. It was really great. And, I know a lot of people love white bread and that sort of thing, but if you get in the habit of eating whole wheat bread, it starts tasting really, really good. And it's really a satisfying bread to eat too. I think it's, my doctor said it's way better for you. And, I can remember in the past trying to get used to eating, whole wheat and just, giving up on it. But now that it's important, very important to maintain my health, I strictly eat nothing but whole wheat bread, and I'm really liking it. It's interesting how your tastes kind of change when you improve your diet. So that's been good. But after having just got up and made myself, I don't know what to call it, somewhere between lunch and dinner, I kind of wiped out again. I don't feel tired enough to sleep, so I'm probably going to just watch TV. But it's, when I do research on my own condition, I can find lots and lots of stuff out there about the medical stuff, the conditions, the symptoms, there's not any treatments, although there's, plenty of things that people try to suggest and that sort of thing, and or at least my doctors make suggestions and stuff, and I try those things. It's really frustrating to have such low energy when I used to be so active at doing things. But the internet doesn't give a lot of examples of what it's like to live with this. So as I've mentioned before on this channel, that's why I do this. So I want to talk about my YouTube channel for a minute. I don't really focus on the channel a whole lot. I don't do a lot of production value. I don't really intend to try to make this a big thing. I'm not being a YouTuber because I want to make money, although it'd be nice, but it's not my intention. I'm trying to document my journey and what the journey of someone with mitochondrial myopathy is like, because there isn't a lot of information on the internet what it's like. You don't hear a whole lot of people. There's an occasional news broadcast here and there or whatever talking about what it's like, but it's just a one and done, episode thing, and it's not an ongoing conversation about what it's like to live with mitochondrial myopathy. And so that's what I'm trying to do here. And the other day, I was kind of going through old videos to see, what kind of topics I haven't covered or what experience I haven't covered. And I was shocked when I saw my subscriber number. I saw that I have 50 subscribers. Now, I do a lot of talking to the audience as if I'm talking to my personal friends, because I know a bunch of my personal friends subscribe to my channel, and hello, if you know me personally, hello, I love you. Mwah. But I was shocked to see that there were people I don't know who subscribed to my channel, and it was a surprise to me because I really do this, to help my friends understand what I'm going through, and to see that there are other people on the internet that are interested in following my journey. Thank you. I never expected to get more than just a handful of followers, and I know 50 is not a lot for the big YouTubers. That's nothing. That's not even a drop in the bucket. But I'm honored, and I wanted to say thank you to those of you that subscribe. I don't push subscribing to my channel a lot because, again, I'm not trying to be a big time YouTuber. I'm just trying to document my experience, and it was kind of a wow moment to see that I had 50 subscribers. I don't even know when y'all subscribed, because I don't focus a lot on my YouTube channel in my personal life. I just kind of make a video when I think of it, or when I have an experience that I think might be interesting to share. And to be honest, the last month since I've been home from my trip has not been very exciting at all. And so I haven't made a lot of videos lately. I've just been trying to rest up. It feels like I'm having a hard time catching up with the energy because I expended a lot of energy when I was on my trip. And I had a personal friend comment to me the other day that, boy, you just, had your energy up when you were gone. Not really. I've learned little tricks along the way how to bump my energy up. And, on the trip, I consumed a lot of energy drinks, and I know it's not good for your body to drink a whole lot of them, but in order to keep myself going, I had to use energy drinks. And, some of the energy drinks that claim to last 5 hours for you, they might give me 2 hours of energy. So I had to also be aware that I didn't want to overdo it and, harm my body, because even a healthy body can be harmed by drinking too much, caffeine, and that's what. So I had to limit myself if I took, more than one energy drink a day. I had to know what the limit was and that sort of thing. So, I had to do extra things to keep my energy up while I was on my trip. And now that I'm home, I don't have to do those things, and I can properly rest. And it seems like since I got back on January 2nd. And once I got home, I just wanted to do nothing but sleep. So really, I've been doing a lot of sleeping. And I think if I'm awake during the day, I'm awake for maybe 5 or 6 hours, and then I go back to sleep. So, like today, what was even more, like I said, I got up, made myself breakfast, and immediately laid down and went back to sleep, and I just woke up at 3:30, and I feel good enough to stay awake for a bit and watch a little TV, but I don't feel like doing much else. Like in the last 2 days, I think I did some laundry, and I hung out with a friend yesterday, and I wasn't even there for very long. I think I was with my friend for an hour or less, and that just wiped me out. I could even hear it in my voice. My voice sounds really tired. But anyway, thank you to to those of you that have subscribed. I'm just floored that I have 50 subscribers. Thank you so much. That's pretty cool. And I don't think that there will ever be enough interest in my channel to make it pay, but for people in the future that might have a loved one or might come to be diagnosed with mitochondrial myopathy, which is a type of muscular dystrophy. Not to be confused with MS. MS is not muscular dystrophy. Keep that in mind. Two totally different diseases. But yeah, so like, ugh. When I did wake up, I was in a lot of pain, so I took a pain pill, and I'm feeling a lot better with my pain now. And so I don't know what else to say except for thank you to those of you that have decided to watch me on this journey, and to my friends, I love you. I wish we could hang out. I just don't feel up to hanging out these days. Hopefully, as spring comes, my energy will rebound. Yeah, I think that's about all I have to say today. But thank you. I just want to say to everyone out there, if you've made it this far in the video, I hope you are doing well. I know that life these days can seem very heavy, I guess. I'm feeling it too. You know, I have days when I just hate it being disabled. I mean, I try not to hate myself for being disabled, and I'll talk about that more in future videos about the struggle just being under the label of a disabled person and the stresses that that alone brings. But then there's all the struggles of being disabled and limited when I didn't used to be. So if you're a disabled person watching this, I have all the respect in the world for your journey. You know, feel free to tell me what you struggle with in the comments if you want to communicate with me. I'm plugging along. I'm doing the best that I can. You know, like I said today, I just don't feel good at all. At least the pain is under control, so that's a good thing. Yay. Anyway, all right. I love you all. I think I've rambled on long enough for this video. And if I feel a little better tomorrow or one of the days after this week, I want to try to talk about what I've been thinking about lately about dealing with perceptions about disability and my disability specifically. So I'll try to remember to talk about that. I've noticed sometimes I say I'm going to talk about something and then I forget. So anyway, love you all for, you know, for your own personal journeys and the things that you may not talk about with other people. I wish you all the energy and the power to navigate your life and what you are maybe dealing with that maybe other people don't know that you're struggling with. This is Lady Lioness and friends saying I love you and take care. Mwah.